Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Another episode of City Skylines. Last time we met, we were working on expanding. So, in the upper right hand corner there, we went down and added more people to get to 14,000 population so I could get the water cleaner, the advanced sewage treatment plant that's supposed to clean the water. I also mentioned that I wasn't looking at my stats, so here's our noise pollution. The city doesn't look too bad, though. There's a lot of commercial. I am happy about land value, though. I think that's pretty good. At least it's up and not down, but I know there's room for improvement. But I'm very happy to see what I see at any rate. I think it's okay. And their happiness, commercial, not so much, but I haven't really concentrated too much on commercial. I think I've dotted it throughout the neighborhoods. Of course, it's death we're always worried about, but I think we've capped. I think we hit like a year where everybody who moved in originally is now going bye-bye. But today, we need to concentrate on roads. It's a mess. I knew it was a mess. And I want to start down here. I was hoping to be able to put in a railroad. Well, that doesn't make sense. A terminal. One for cargo and another for passengers. And I got a little intimidated by it. So I said, no, okay, stick to roads. Make your roads now, and then you'll know a better way to put the terminals in. At the start here, I am sorry. This is very embarrassing. I am not as good at roads as I thought I was. I think I know what I'm doing. I swear to you, I think I understand it until I go to do it. And then it's like, what did I forget now? Why isn't this working? How did I screw this up? What buttons am I supposed to use again? Oh my gosh. So after this debacle here, I no longer show you all the struggle that I go through replacing and upgrading and improving road systems. I just show you the aftermath. I hope that's okay with everybody. I think you make the bridge first, and then you go back and attach it. But even when I tried that, I could make the bridge, but I couldn't attach the road to it. So I'm still very rusty at this. Not quite sure how it's done. All I remember is up and down key on the numpad. No, it's not even. It's next to the numpad. Everybody has an up and down key on the keyboard. But I could not figure out how to attach the bridge to the road. Oh, it's a mess. But all I wanted to do here, I have one road that leads out in one direction, but I needed another one to hook up to this one going in the opposite direction. And that was all I was trying to do. And boy, oh boy. I actually prefer this look. This little up ramp and then it goes down. But the game was telling me, no, not gonna happen. You can't do that. So I apologize that you have to sit through this with me. I'm sorry. At least I eventually figured it out. And even there, I don't know that I'm saying too much because I don't quite remember how I did it. I'm gonna have to write this stuff down. I remember when I started playing The Sims 4, I had this magnetic whiteboard and I kind of affixed it to the wall in front of me behind my monitor, and it had all of the, well, I guess you would maybe cheat codes. I don't know. Are they called cheat codes? I don't think so. But how to erase walls and make terrain go up and down, and I had all those little rules written on a whiteboard. Maybe I should do that with this game, because I have a horrific memory. I have zero short-term memory. I can tell you about dreams I had when I was 4 years old, but I could not tell you what I had for breakfast this morning. So it's always been that way. It's not age. So as I was going through this, I know that the city is going to create problem after problem after problem. That comes with the territory, right? But what was bothering me most is it seemed to me the more I improved one road, the worse another road got. And without DLC and mods, I don't know how much I can do to fix it. The only option I have, at least that I'm aware of, please let me know if there is another way to work with these types of roads, is stop signs. Lights and stop signs. Those are the only two options I see. And it didn't seem to be working, so I either chose the wrong intersections for stop signs, or I made too many intersections, which, again, I've mentioned that before. I can't stand intersections. I truly believe it's what ruins games like this. Traffic just becomes unbelievably crazy, and it just keeps backing up and backing up and backing up, and then the hearses can't get through, and the fire department can't get through, and the police can't get through, so then your businesses start complaining about theft, and your residents start complaining about dead bodies hanging out everywhere, and it just goes nuts. That is occurring here, and I'm very sad about it. So after I stopped this video, I went into my neighborhood, and I fiddled, I think, for more than an hour, turning this stoplight, traffic stop, off and flipping it to another road system, turning traffic lights on where I think, actually where it was just bottling up the most, and it didn't do anything. But here, finally, I get to install these. They're supposed to clean the water, take care of your poop-de-doos, and clean the water, I hope. So I wanted to get them on those water pipes as best I could, and it seemed to connect. I think I heard a tink. I don't know. I just hope it works, because I'm getting so tired of looking at this poop soup. It's disgusting. I don't think this one's going to be enough. And there again, it's dumping into the water again. So how is that going to clean the water? It wouldn't let me put it on land, so I guess it has to go here. But it's still draining into the water, so I'm a little lost as to how this is going to work. It doesn't seem logical to me, but if they say this is what it does, then I'm going to hope and pray that this is what it does, because I want the poop soup gone, please. Maybe I didn't put enough down, or maybe, big surprise here, I'm being impatient, right? It doesn't happen overnight. And as long as that poop-de-doo has been draining into the water, maybe it'll take that long to clean it up. I don't know. Oh gosh, I want it gone. It's disgusting. So I put 3 of them down, and I do hope it helps. It's like, okay, instant clean, go. No more brown. No more brown. So our water isn't too bad. Actually, our water has never been that bad. Maybe I have too many water towers in that one spot. I actually kept moving my water towers around. I had them here, and then I moved them there because they were in the way. And then I had to move them again because they were in the way. So I stacked them all up on that hill. The hill that I destroyed. But see, my biggest concern there was, first of all, it was my ore industry that was backing up onto that intersection. So I gave them more roads into farming, out to forestry, and onto this interchange here, and no one is using it. They're all coming up from farming into ore, into that little city there, and going to that one intersection to get out. And if I'm understanding correctly, the other City Skylines videos that I've watched, the game will route traffic at the nearest destination. It's not being it's not being realistic. Big surprise. So I'm going to try as best I can to get this industrial traffic to the left, go through forestry and out onto the expressway, and stop coming into the city and using my main thoroughfare to get in and out, which is what they're doing. And I thought I had it. I really did. I thought I had figured this out. But it just didn't turn out that way. They're still using that one road there, just at the top left. All of my trucks use that road. They go up into my neighborhood, and then they turn right and go to my very original road, the first road that we put into this city. They're not using these other routes. So maybe I messed up and I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing. But I really thought that they would take advantage of this roundabout and go toward forestry and then out down onto the expressways. I gave them 2 ways to get in and out, so they can go in either direction, but they're not doing it. And I think I mentioned in the last video that I'm not a huge fan of roundabouts, but only in vanilla mode, because you can't change the size of the roundabout. You can't change the... Well, maybe you can change the size of the roundabout. I don't know that I have any 3-lane roads, though. And another thing I noticed that was kind of sad about is I have no paths for my pedestrians. So I think the bottom line here in all this is that I'm just going to have to go for transportation. Buses, trains, subways. And I don't know how to do that either. I'm always reluctant to try this stuff because I always fail so miserably. So I added this second larger roundabout. And now that is a second way for these trucks to get out of my city or into my city without using that tree lined for my pedestrians, residents. So the thoroughfare cleared up, and now look at my city. Absolute backup. So here's where I have all my stop signs to coming into these I don't have them on the main roads. I have them on the ones coming into them. And all 3 of those roads, these first 3 roads coming off the main thoroughfare, they're completely backed up from one end to the other. But thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.